I am a certified fish processor, a certified beer technician. I have been a farmer and a member of A.D.P Agricultural Society. I am a secondary school teacher. I'm a musician, a guitarist, a producer, a composer, a lyricist. I am a tailor. I am a dressmaker for you nice ladies with all the clothes. And in all, what I have been is an organism trying to fulfill whatever there is to fulfill. I grew up in poor parentage. I can tell you about tapia construction. Those of you who know what is tapia construction, that is cow manure, cow dung, mixed with mud, and it is placed between bamboo, which is flat in a sort of woven pattern. That was how our home was constructed. Half was board. I did not know what a galvanized nail was. I knew the galvanized was secured by bricks and stones. And I remember way back when there was a threatening hurricane, I, as a little boy, prayed and I wondered in confusion, the breeze is going to blow off the roof. And all my grandmother said was, we will pray, it will pass us. And we prayed, there was rain for what seemed to be an eternity, and our roof remained. So I think in your realization, God is real. He protects us all. Hazel did put me on the spot short notice to come and speak to me. However, the topic will be clearly topic, and I choose to use a topic that should be popular with youth. The topic is order. So I want everyone here to say order. Order. Including you. Order. Order. Right. Made popular by the great Maximus Dad, is that correct? Yes. Alright, well I can tell you something because he's a friend of mine. And order is important. But let me give you some synonyms first. Order, words that have similar meaning. Arrange, command, instruction, stability, orderliness, sequence, requisition, contract, association, sort, organize, classify, regulate, categorize, array, tidy, sort out. All these words are words that can have similar meaning to order. But when I say order this morning, I'm referring to order with respect to our lives, with respect to our approach to life's challenges. So I want to say that the A.D.P program is intended to prepare the young people, young persons of school age, who throughout their normal education found difficulty adjusting to the required standard of behavior at their educational institutions. Today, the A.D.P is taking in students who are willing to come here for this special opportunity, and this is a special opportunity. I have always insisted that the Ministry of Education should adopt this program and apply it to all secondary schools, and if possible, tailor it for the primary schools. The task at hand for the instructors here at SERVOL is to mold these young impressionable persons into suitable raw material for future educational and social development. In other words, they are to be remolded and retrained into what we might call well-adjusted or suitable citizens. This phrase, well-adjusted or suitable citizens, raises quite a lot of questions. Who is a suitable citizen? What must a suitable citizen look like? What skills should he or she acquire? How should he or she live? How should one think? What must one wear? The questions can be endless. The instructors can only teach what they know through their training and development and through their life's experiences. They can only exemplify how they themselves live, what they believe in. Anything else is up to the imagination or to someone else with more experience, more knowledge, and a better or quote-unquote different way of life. Instructors have to be trained for the job they do. Their ETE, which means Education, Training and Development, is a trail of life's educational pursuits and achievements that include their earliest education to their latest education. Preschool, kindergarten, primary, secondary, tertiary, and university educations included. An instructor's resume will also include all or any certification attained through training courses completed over time. They must also possess the personality for the job. That is important. Far too often, I walk into a government office or some business place and I approach someone at a desk who has a responsibility to tend to the public's need. And immediately there's a personality clash. Personality is important. Personality is important, especially when you think about law and what is going on in the police service today. You should agree with me. The appropriate disposition to deal responsibly with the business of educating youths from diverse backgrounds and with diverse attitudinal deficiencies is a great concern to the employer. I leave you to figure out for yourself. There is an order to achieving things you desire, both in terms of getting hired for a job and even getting a mate. I heard a young lady singing how she wanted a child to be an A.D.P. and possible to be an A.D.P. because she knows what takes place in this institution. She knows what she has experienced. And I think what she is really yearning for is for the people she associates with and the people who she will make permanent ties with in the future, the people who she will love. She is hoping that they too have that experience so that it could be a nicer world to live in. Order should be the order of the day to make up one of the just as your instructors have order in their lives to have completed their education, you too must establish order in your life to do the same. Order requires a set of principles, laws, in order to exist. Order requires responsibility on everyone's part to be maintained. If there is no set principle or law existing to be followed, then there will be disorder and lawlessness. If there is an irresponsible general leading an army, battles will surely be lost because there will be disorder among the ranks. You see, it is simple. If there are no set principles, no law in a society of irresponsible individuals, there will be chaos. Chaos will be the order of the day. There are those who rightfully state in disorder and chaos are forms of order, be they random order. Societies accept this fact. However, just as God, amidst good and evil, instruct us to do good for our heavenly reward, similarly, society compels us to have order in our lives, recognizing the chaos that will emerge should we opt for anything different or opposite. We, however, exist and live daily in battle with these choices. Just think about the disorder one has to face when catching a maxi taxi. Disorder spawned by anxieties that arise out of uncertainties, that arise out of weaknesses in one's knowledge. Knowledge is power and enforces one's character. A disciplined character is a knowledge-empowered character. Look around you. The successful people are those with knowledge and those with order in their lives. As you make yourself more marketable in an expanding market of opportunities, as globalization sets in to have full effect on our colonial republic, it will be each man for himself. Don't doubt it. The job markets are already open. CARICOM and all the hype about the single market economy is materializing as we speak. There is no turning back. Individuals can work where the jobs can be found on any island of the Caribbean. Meritocracy is the order. No longer can a father who manages a department in a business hire his son on the merit, he is my son. His son must possess the education and training required for the job. Trinidad and Tobago's industrial sectors are expanding rapidly, particularly in the area of natural gas production. People who seek employment in these sectors must qualify appropriately with the necessary skill, training, and discipline required to meet international standards. The energy sector hires individuals with the competencies and skill they need to carry out their daily offshore and land-based operations. The Ministry of Education has embarked on a program of skill training to cater for the needs of this growing enormous industry. We hear about multi-skill programs. No longer is an individual required just to be competent in one area, in one field. Employees in today's job market are required to be multi-skilled. For example, a welder must also be able to fabricate. He must also be able to read a blueprint and to draw a plan. He must be able to sketch a design. He must be able to do a little electrical work. A secretary in an office now today, she has to be competent in internet operations, how to send email, how to send faxes, how to manage and maintain a website. Multimedia, he or she has to know how to operate multimedia devices, cameras, projectors, etc., etc., etc. It is what the market of the day requires. In order for you to fit in, and be part of this wonderful opportunity, it is imperative, you must establish order in your life. Order. I want you to say order. 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 Parents must have order. It was implied by a speaker early on that it is a possibility that some parents don't give us enough emotional support and guidance, and that this program has replaced or substituted for that. It was implied earlier on. I suppose too, I can easily petition now for a program to train parents in proper parenting. I can easily petition that. Long ago, a village reared a child. Today, children are chosen to lead children. And it is impossible for a child to lead a child. It is impossible. Because to lead, you must have knowledge. You must be empowered with knowledge and skill. And a child is not so empowered. A child can be gifted by the grace of God. A child can be brilliant. A child can be super intelligent. A child can learn to operate a computer in a week's time. That does not make him able and ready to lead other children. It is our responsibility to lead the children. And it is our responsibility, if we are not so skilled, to go and get these skills, because these precious little ones here, whether they come from rich families or whether they come from poor homes, they need us to lead them. They need guidance in order to achieve order. They need support from us in order to reinforce that order. Nothing wrong with a little belt on the boom boom going there. But what is more important is reasoning. Every time my grandmother put her hand on me, and I got a lot of mixed with her grandmother, I get it with Bilna, I get it with pot spoon. Sometimes she became so furious, God bless her soul, that anything close to her hand she would hit me with. But always following that quote unquote cut her ass was an explanation why I deserve it. She would say they wasn't supposed to go up the tree. I told her about the tree. Plum tree branch is very easy, don't go up there. And she turned back and go in the market or go in the shop and eat the plum tree, the sweet ones at the top. She catch me, I take my cocktail, and I get the explanation. So I can't be vexed with her for disciplining me. She was helping me establish order in my life. Another feeling with parents is that we do not give our children enough responsibility. They must have responsibility to appreciate what I'm talking about. They must have that. I recall years ago I teaching at Montse. I was teaching at Montse, and a parent came to me, and she said, Mr. Douglas, I don't know what to do with my son, but I'm doing everything to him. I'm feeding him, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, you want to do nothing more, and he will not even do that. I said, ma'am, therein is your problem. Therein lies your problem. And I drew my own life's experience and told it to her. I said, my grandmother made me wash the floor. We had a little board floor. When I done scrub that floor, white. I never see wood turn white, so I have to cook. I have to wash my clothes on a weekend. I have to scrub my school shoes. This is no joke. I have to sweep the yard and feed the chicken. I have to help us sew curtains and make cushion covers. When the fiber mattress that I used to sleep on, and they fall over fiber mattress, but man, you can't sleep good because it's chicken bad, over there chicken. When we have to wash this fiber mattress, we have to dismantle it, take out the fiber, wash it in a drum, clean it out, rinse it out, dry it, and put it back and pack it. I learned all these skills through the guidance of my parents. My first scooter I made with the assistance of my father, because he was brilliant. He showed us how to put it together. Parents have to get involved with the activities that the children take part in. It's not simply going and watch them play cricket, pelt a ball too, throw the ball, help them make a bat, help them teach them to be skillful, teach them to be creative. That is what we need from them. If they have to have order, they must have discipline. They must have discipline. So that should be paramount on the agenda. Put up top of the list, discipline. In the job market, I just want to stray a little bit. I didn't have time to finish this one. I'm living on the field here. But to the youths, the young ones here, the graduates, I want to tell you, I choose to be that. Now is a fine time in your life. The opportunities are here. We're under a government and I'm not a politician. We have had various governments in the past. The most popular government is what the one that is doing now. And there are on stream a lot of development in the oil sector, the energy sector. I understand that some of you all will probably be moving on into the state areas. Take that work seriously. The world today, we are a developed country. We are aspiring towards the 2020 vision. And in any developed country, meritocracy is the order, not patronage. No longer friend but help friend. I walk in there and I can get my friend in because I see boss. You do work so no more. No more. In this highly technological age, you do not want an idiot running your plant. You do not want someone who is unskilled behind your computer pushing buttons. Something will go wrong and there will be great disaster. It is your opportunity now to go out there and get your skill. Those of you who are gifted in many areas, do like I did. When things was hard, I went and planted 5 acres of land and made a for the student. And on that 5 acres of land, let me tell you, no marijuana was planted. None. You know why? That is illegal. It is unlawful. It is unnecessary. A greedy individual will do illegal things to gather money to eat. Do not be dishonest in your life. God will not like that. And He will make you pay for it. Everything that you earn dishonestly, you will take it back on the next, or your children will have to pay for it. Do not do anything illegal. Trust in your own abilities. There are people outside here who can ask questions. You can do something and you don't know where to go with it, ask a question. Someone will be able to guide you, someone will be able to direct you. It is better to be prepared and never have an opportunity than to be unprepared and all the opportunities passing over. You will not be able to capitalize on it. You need, what's the word? Right. Order. And what did I say? In order for order to exist, there must be discipline, there must be laws governing this order, and then there must be a sense of responsibility by the individuals to maintain this order. So it is your responsibility, gentlemen, to create, and ladies, to create the order in your life, and it is your responsibility to maintain that order. The distraction is outside there today, crime is rampant. I have a lot of reasons that I can give my own opinions for the crime. The media, for example, the songs you listen to, the music, the examples that are set, the images on television, these things are real. they affect you negatively, and they are only doing this kind of mass media madness to get your money because someone over decades ago recognized that youths are spending money. So the whole marketing set of people decided to target young people. And advertisements will work here towards young people in order to get you to spend their money on the rubbish so that they can get rich. So I want to leave you this morning. I want to thank Israel for inviting me. I want to thank the members of the board for the kind work you continue to do. I'm doing the praises to those who keep up the work. Parents, what is the word? Order. Thank you very much.
Mr. Douglas with a